New tonight at 10, deer usually get rammed during mating season. That's not now. What prompted a buck to attack an Austin runner?
Hello, check 1 2 1 2 3. Cool. Well, we are still tracking some showers and thunderstorms across the area. Most of the severe weather has been just to our north and east, but that could change pretty quickly as we go through tonight. A look at your forecast is coming up.
And Bambi bites back. The details as a runner is attacked by a deer in Austin. Plus, with the stroke of a presidential pen, Juneteenth is now a federal holiday. We'll hear from this 96-year-old activist who's been campaigning for this move for nearly 2 decades.
KIMT News 3, coverage you can count on. This is KIMT News 3 at 10.
And thanks so much for joining us for KIMT News 3 at 10. I'm George Mallet. First tonight, the KIMT Storm Team 3 meteorologists have been on the road, on the radar, and monitoring the now diminishing threat of severe weather. Let's take a look at some creepy-looking clouds in central Wabasha County. Our Storm Team 3 meteorologist Sean McAday and Ryan Knapp got this video while tracking that storm. It later created some significant hail, actually the size of quarters and even some of it larger. On that note, let's check in with KIMT Storm Team 3 Chief Meteorologist Aaron White. How are things looking now, Aaron?
Yeah, George, a lot of those storms just off to our east in Wisconsin, but like you mentioned, those storms producing some quarter-sized hail. We also had reports with some of those storms producing tennis ball-sized hail, baseball-sized hail as well. So there have been some pretty intense thunderstorms just to the north and east of us. We haven't really seen much locally. There are still some showers and storms out there right now, but we are quiet, still warm in Mason City. We got 75 degrees in Rochester, but you look off to the east, we got severe thunderstorm warnings there just north of La Crosse and back to the west into areas north of Winona, seeing some pretty good thunderstorm activity, a lot of lightning with those storms as well, and starting to see a little bit more there north and east of Rochester in Olmsted County. And what we're noticing now is some of this is starting to build down to the south and west into sort of a line. These are just some general showers, nothing severe with these, but that could easily change as we go through the next hour or so. And so because of that, the National Weather Service has extended the severe thunderstorm watch in play for our area until later on tonight for about a few more hours past midnight. That includes Rochester, southeast Minnesota, and northeastern Iowa. Mason City has been taken out of the watch because it looks like a lot of the severe weather threat is going to be more to the south and east. So we're going to keep an eye on everything as we go through the next few hours. Again, a few more thunderstorms could be producing some hail, some damaging winds. That's going to be the primary threat through the rest of tonight before everything moves off into the area into Wisconsin as we go into the next few hours. So I'll have more updates on this and a look at our next chance of storms coming up in the 7-day forecast.
Thanks, Aaron. Lions and tigers and bears, oh my, may top your list of dangerous animals. But a tale emerging from a trail in Austin has officials warning you to stay clear of deer. KIMT News 3's Anthony Monzon is on the case.
Officials here in Austin are working to track down a suspect you might consider doe-eyed and dangerous after a deer attacked a runner here on one of these trails at the Hormel Nature Center before darting past law enforcement. The runner first crossed paths with the aggressive young buck yesterday and was initially able to scare it off, but the buck later caught up with him, ramming the adult male and pinning him to the ground. The runner ultimately fought off the deer, suffering minor bruising in the process. After discussing what to do with DNR biologists, Nature Center staff located the deer and asked the Austin Police Department to put it down, yet the buck was able to evade officers and the whitetail's whereabouts are now unknown. Luke Reese, the director of the Nature Center, says this kind of behavior is unusual.
This is pretty rare. The people at the DNR were very surprised by it. Normally a male deer might have some weird behavior during the fall mating season. During the springtime, this time of year, it's quite unusual.
Reese says the deer is likely sick, making it even more important to find the buck and make sure it doesn't spread any illness to other animals. In Austin, Anthony Monzon, KIMT News 3.
Although this sort of incident is exceedingly rare, deer can be territorial if they feel a person is getting too close to their turf. And as you heard the man say, during mating season, when bucks are experiencing a surge in testosterone, they can be both crazy and aggressive.